Alrighty, folks, what's popping in? Welcome in. This is BibNation.com. Welcome back to another video, guys. We are officially at week 20 for the NBA season. We're almost there through playoff time. I'm pretty sure, including this week, let me count 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We have 6 more weeks of basketball, which is going to be insane. And then we have March Madness coming up. So we have a lot of great basketball to be being played here. And now during this stretch, we're going to be talking about more playoff scenarios, like situational picks, stuff like that. So make sure you guys check in every single week so you guys don't miss any NBA content. Remember, we do go live on some certain games. We will be live here throughout here, the NBA Finals. So we'll be live for those. Anyway, last week coming off another pretty good week, 33 and 18, which brings my overall record to 537, 269, which is, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's like a 66, 67 winning percentage, which is absolutely phenomenal. And then we have not yet to reach an undefeated day, and I don't think we had an undefeated day since that's 4 weeks ago. So let's hopefully this week we can break that ice. Without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get to the picks so you guys know what to do. Make sure you guys join the Discord and follow me on Twitch. Both links are in the description. And like I said, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and that's free. No sponsors. Please subscribe. Without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get right into the picks. A lot of games to pick this week, and another difficult slate. Alright, everybody, so kicking things off here, we got the Monday slate, and I'm pretty sure the slate's only short because I'm pretty sure there's only 4 games in it. Anyway, the first one here, we have Houston going into Washington to start the week. I'm taking Houston here. Are you serious? I mean, Washington's just not as good as Houston. I mean, it's just plain simple. Houston should be able to go in there and kick their ass. Now we got the first game here on Prime Video here. We got the Celtics going into the Bucks. And I'll let you guys know about something. There's actually 2 things I gotta know. Number one, I actually put this in specifically so if it gains on Peacock, ABC exclusive, I put those logos on there instead of the Prime Video. And number 2, Giannis is, I heard Giannis is supposed to be coming back in this game. Do I think that's gonna help him? No, I spend not playing against a team like the Celtics. I'll take the Celtics to win this game. Unfortunately, I really want to pick the Bucks here, but I just couldn't do it. Next up, we have Utah at Denver. Listen, if I be completely honest, I'm rooting for the Jazz here. To be completely honest, I'm rooting for the Jazz. So, Jazz, if you can win this game for me, because I'm a Lakers fan, you know, like I said, we're gonna get into more playoff things this year. I'm at the starting now. Anyway, here I'm not gonna pick Utah. I'm gonna take Denver to win this one in a narrow squeaker of a game. I think this game might be closer than what people think. I think the Jazz really do push people at home, but this is just not one of those games that's not expected to win. Give me Denver. Last but not least, to end Monday, I believe we got the Clippers going into the Warriors. Man, we have a pretty interesting uniform combination for this game. Anyway, here, I mean, the Warriors are still without Steph for at least this week, so I gotta go with the Clippers to win this game. Clippers are red hot. They're just playing much better than the Warriors are right now, and the Warriors just seem like they're just too inconsistent. One night you see this, one night you see a good performance, one night you see a bad performance. It just feels like we never know what we're gonna get out of Golden State. Alright, everybody, I'm beginning things off here with the Tuesday slate here, which is pretty long here. We got Dallas going into Charlotte to start it off. I will take the Hornets to win this game because the Hornets are red hot right now. The Hornets have been like one of the better teams in the NBA since the All-Star break, and they're really trying to make that playoff push. But I believe they can do it, but I do think they'll start here with the win over Dallas. Now we got Detroit at Cleveland. Kind of surprised this is not a primetime game. Anyway, here I think there's a couple of situations here from this game because playing against a team like Detroit, you're going to need all your guys or you got to play. I said it time and time again many times ago during this history of the channel. Playing against a team like Detroit, you're going to need all your guys playing. Cleveland Cavaliers are at home because nobody will pick them in here in this situation, but something's telling me like they're not going to win this game because if I remember correctly, Donovan Mitchell, it might not play in this game, and that's going to very hurt Cleveland a lot, especially playing against a team like this. Even though they are at home and they still have a really good shot at winning this game, I think I'm still going to take Detroit to win this game because I just think that absence of Donovan Mitchell is really going to hurt him here. I'll take the Pistons and the barn burner, but like I said, the Cavs, they have a great shot at winning this game too. Next up, we have Washington at Orlando. I will take Orlando to win this game because Orlando is the better team, and I just don't see Washington scoring a lot of points in this game. I think Washington might have a chance to score under 100 with that playing against that Magic defense. Give me Orlando. Now we have Brooklyn at Miami. I mean, Miami should be able to blow them out here. I'm not going to say that this game, I don't know what to predict this game. I don't know if I should predict a blowout or I should predict like a mediocre type scoring game. I knew it, whatever. We'll go blow out. Miami wins, and Bam Adebayo throws up 30 points. Next up we have New York at Toronto, and this game's very tricky, to be completely honest with you. Toronto home, I mean, it's really good. I can see them winning this game. Also, Toronto Raptors should be in a pretty good, decent team themselves. I'm gonna go with New York to get the win here because I just think they're slightly just better, and I think their defense will come up clutch here at the end. At the point that I think they're gonna limit Toronto offensively just for a little bit, and then if they're able to come out here with a win, not gonna be easy, but I'll take the Knicks. And now moving on here to the game here on NBC, as you guys will see the logo there. That's the new logo that I tried to announce for you. But anyway, here we have San Antonio going into Philadelphia. Something's telling me the Sixers are gonna win this game. Regardless, I'm kind of expecting a close game here, but I think I'm gonna take San Antonio to win it because I think San Antonio just has a little bit more star power in it right now. Plus, I don't know if Joel Embiid is gonna be playing for Philly. If he does play, then I do think it will be a close game. I might take the Spurs anyway, regardless with the pick here. If Embiid doesn't play, I'm gonna say they have a decent chance of getting their asses kicked. Next up, we have OKC at Chicago. Man, it would be absolutely hilarious if the Bulls would find a way to win this game, but it's not going to happen. Jay's back. The team is back. I mean, they're playing about as good as they're starting to look like the team that's going to go out there and kick everybody's asses again. I mean, it's just OKC. It's just what they do. Sorry, Chicago, but I can't trust you. Next up, we got the Grizzlies at Minnesota. Grizzlies, please win this game. I'll tell you guys, but please win this game. It will definitely help my Lakers a lot. Will that happen? No, I'm not going to put my faith in the Memphis Grizzlies to go into Minnesota and beat the team like a T-Wolves, and especially beat a guy like Anthony Edwards. I just think he's going to clown all over this Grizzlies team. T-Wolves, they could win this game in a blowout, actually. We'll say blowout. Now we got the Pelicans at the Lakers. I mean, I think the Lakers should be able to get the job done here, right? You would think that they should be able to get the job done here, but the only reason I'm saying like this is because New Orleans actually has been playing a lot better basketball as of late here. So you gotta watch out for that. The way how the Lakers have been against bad teams, you never know. But I'll go with the Lakers. Now moving on to our second game here on NBC, we got Phoenix going into Sacramento. You know what's bullshit about this game? I think this game starts at like 11 o'clock Eastern time. Like it's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna take Phoenix though because I'm just not gonna trust Sacramento. I don't trust them with anything that I'm picking here honestly this year, and I just think Sacramento is the worst team in basketball this year. At the point that I think even the Suns team without Devin Booker and Dylan Brooks can go out there and beat this team. Now moving on to the Wednesday slate, and I'm not gonna lie, the Wednesday slate is actually pretty tough this week. Anyway, well, starting off with a tricky one here, we have New York going into New York hosting OKC. I was going to say OKC going to New York. Anyway, this game is on ESPN. I think it'll be a good one here. There's a very decent chance it might be live for this game. I think I'm gonna take the Knicks actually. I mean, if they're at home playing against a team like that, you're gonna need all your spirits, and that's what the Knicks have. They're mainly healthy at home in the Garden. What they play much better at. I'm gonna take the Knicks. I think OKC finds a way to slide here, but it will be a competitive game. Next up, we have Charlotte at Boston. Ooh, another tough one here. The only reason I think this isn't as tough, like I said, I know Boston's a better team, but like I said, Charlotte has been playing better, and I think we can't deny that. And I do think they can really push back Boston to a challenge. But in Boston, I gotta go with the Celtics. I'm sorry, Hornets. I really wanted to pick you, but I just couldn't do it. If you guys are wrong, I will take the loss. I don't care. I want you guys to win this game. But I don't think that's gonna happen this time. I'll take Boston. Next up, we got the Jazz at the Sixers. I mean, if the Sixers do, I mean, this will be a back-to-back here for the Sixers, which would kind of suck. But I do believe that they should be able, even if they do lose to San Antonio, I do think they should be able to beat the Jazz here. I mean, they're at home. The Jazz are not really that good. I mean, they're okay, but they'll give you a challenge. But Sixers at home wearing those uniforms, like you just gotta go with the hot hand. Now we got Portland at Memphis. I really don't know who to pick here. I really don't. Grizzlies are not really that good of a team, but at the same time, the Portland Trailblazers have not really been a good team, but despite losing their All-Star, but since losing their All-Star, they have not really been that good of a team. Oops. Anyway, here, I don't know. I'm going to take the Grizzlies, I guess, because they're at least at home, and, you know, they got at least enough star power. I don't know. I think this one's a toss-up. It could go either way. Next up, we got Atlanta at Milwaukee. And I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of surprised this game's on ESPN. Anyway, here with Giannis being back here, I do think that does change the script here a little bit. But at the same time, you're playing against an Atlanta team who's just very average, and I mean average, literally average at everything. Anyway, here, Bucks at home, and something's telling me the Hawks are going to win this game, but I'm actually going to take Milwaukee to win this game because Milwaukee has actually shown some good progress even without Giannis, and with Giannis back into the lineup. I think that's going to change a couple things. Maybe the Bucks get into like a play tournament type push, and I just think they find a way to win this game. I'll take Milwaukee. Now we got the Pacers at the Clippers. I will take LA to win this game because LA is the better team, and I think that's plain and simple because the Clippers are just a better team. They're just a much better team than the Indiana Pacers. Now kicking things into gear here with the Thursday slate here. We're starting off, we got Dallas and Orlando kicking things off here. I gotta go, especially with Cooper Flag still being out, which I do think he will be. I mean, I still gotta go with Orlando because it's kind of like what I said about last matchup with Orlando. Excuse me. This is like one of those games I could just see Dallas maybe not even scoring 100 points. Yeah, especially without Cooper Flag. I'll take the Magic here to keep rolling. Next up, we have Utah at Washington. Man, what an absolute stinker here. This might be one of the worst games of the NBA season. I think this is going to be like a low viewership type game. Anyway, here, normally I'll go with the home team in this situation because I'd be like, you know what, just fuck it. But I do think the Jazz have just been a little bit better here than the Wizards have been as of late. So I'm going to take Utah to win this game. Definitely could be wrong here. This is definitely a winnable game here for Washington, but this game is, like I said, this game is going to suck. But I just think Deontay George is just going to do enough here to lead the Jazz to a winner for Washington. Next up, we got Brooklyn at Miami again. Listen, I think this one really comes down to like I'm just kidding. I'm going to pick Miami to win this game. I was getting ready to trick y'all with this game. Like, Brooklyn may be able to pull off one against Miami, but no, I'm not gonna overthink it. Miami should be able to win both, especially if Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo are healthy. Oh yeah, give me Miami. Now we have the Golden State at Houston, and this is a primetime game on Amazon exclusive. Anyway, here, like I said, the Warriors without Steph, I mean, I just think they're kind of fucked. I'm going to have to take Houston to win this game because Houston's just going to be too much, especially without Steph. Houston's going to be way too much, and Kevin Durant's going to have his heyday against Golden State. I'll take Houston. Next up, we got Toronto at Minnesota. Man, this is going to be a good game. I'm actually pumped up to watch this game. You have two really good, decent teams that are just battling it out. I think this one's going to be a clash. I think it will be a good game. Who am I going to pick her to win? I'm going home team. I'm going to take Minnesota to win this game. If this game was in Toronto, I probably would take the Raptors to win it, but it's because it's in Minnesota and the Timberwolves are wearing those uniforms, and they have one of the more clutch players in the NBA. I will take Minnesota to win the game. Next up, we got Detroit at San Antonio. Listen, you guys know a couple weeks. I don't know if it was last week or a couple weeks ago. Remember when Detroit lost at home? Remember when San Antonio went into Detroit and beat the Pistons? You know what's going to happen here, and I can already smell it. Detroit's going to return that favor. Remember, San Antonio went into Detroit. They beat the Pistons a couple weeks ago. This time the Pistons are going to go into San Antonio and they're going to beat them. So this is the revenge tour that we're talking about here. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But I just think the Pistons will get the revenge here. Will be a squeaker. Will be a close game. Actually, I can see this game going to OT. But I'm going to take the Pistons to get their back on San Antonio. Next up, we got Chicago at Phoenix. Just another game. I just don't know what to pick. I just don't know what to do. What my decision is in here. I just don't know. Like Chicago might win this game because they might take advantage of the injuries that Phoenix has. But at home in the Valley, where they have been at least mid-level decent, I think I'm gonna roll with the Suns here. Like I said, I could be wrong. This one could go either way. I don't really care about this game as much, but I'll go with the Suns. Now the other game here on Prime Video, we got the Lakers going into Denver. Listen, I hate picking against my Lakers. Okay, I know when to pick against the Lakers because I know my team. I know this is what this is. The Lakers are one of the better inconsistent teams in the NBA. It's absolutely insane. And Denver is not that. I have to pick Denver. I just do. I don't see the Lakers going to Denver and sweeping the Nuggets this year in Denver. I just don't see it. I think Denver will get back on the Lakers, and I just think that the history between these two will continue to grow. Denver kicks our asses. Next up, we got New Orleans at Sacramento, and I'm going to take New Orleans to win. I'll take New Orleans to win this game because I do think, like I said recently when I talked about them against the Lakers, I do think New Orleans has been playing better basketball. And if they keep playing like this, they should be able to go into Sacramento and beat them. Now moving over to our Friday slate. Is this right? Is this the Friday slate? I think so. Anyway, here to begin this slate, we have a rematch here of the NBA Finals a couple of seasons ago, where we have Dallas going into Boston here on ESPN. I think the Celtics are going to take over here. Celtics should be able to kick their asses here. I don't think this is going to be a Dallas revenge game. I just don't see it happening. Celtics take full control, and they should be able to win this game pretty easily. Next up, we have Miami at Charlotte. Listen, I love the uniform combinations for this game. I absolutely love it, and it's rich clear. I'm gonna go back to picking Charlotte. Like I said, I was thinking about picking against Charlotte two games in a row, but I was just calling myself absolutely ridiculous about what I did. I'll take Charlotte to win this game. I said we'll say this is a close game, but I do think Charlotte will win it. Next up, we got Portland at Houston. I mean, I do think Portland will compete. Don't get me wrong. I think Portland's been they show grit, they show toughness with Denny being out. But like I said, Houston at home, where you have to go into Houston, play against that team with Şengün and Kevin Durant, I just don't think I don't think the Trailblazers are gonna have enough winning here. I'll take the Rockets back-to-back wins with wearing their City Edition uniforms, winning this game. We'll go mediocre. I'm not gonna say an ass kicking, but we'll say mediocre. Next up, we got the Knicks at Denver, and this should, I don't know why, like this game should be a primetime game. I have no idea why this game is not a primetime game. This is everything that you want to see. Knicks are a really good team going into Denver, who is also a really good team. Like I said, I just think this one could go either way. It's literally a coin toss. I'm normally, like I said many times before, situations like these, you just gotta go with the home team. I'm gonna take Denver to win this game in a squeaker. Like I said, also wear the City Edition uniforms. I think Denver will barely squeak them out, winning this game by 2 to 3 points. Next, we got the Pelicans at Phoenix, and this is actually how the way the Pelicans been playing. It makes this pick a little bit more tougher for me to make here. But since it's in the Valley, I guess I'm gonna go with the Suns to win it. And they're wearing their City Edition uniforms. But at the same time, I just don't know. Like I said, I think this one could go either way. I think either team can win it. I think it's like another one of those coin flip toss games. But I guess I'll go with the Suns. And now moving along here to ESPN basketball, we have the Clippers going into the Spurs. Listen, the Clippers, they have been red hot. Remember I talked about them being shit. Well, it's actually true. They were shit at the beginning of the year. They've been one of the hottest teams in the second half of this NBA season. Or even currently right now, they've been one of the hottest teams in the league. But I don't know. But I'm not going to pick them to go into San Antonio and beat the Spurs, especially how the way the Spurs have been looking this year. I'm not expecting the Clippers to go in there and beat them, but it definitely would be a treat if they did. Next, we got the Pacers at the Lakers. I mean, something's telling me this game's gonna be close for absolutely no reason. It's not because it's just the Laker thing, man. It's just us with our team. Like, we always keep teams in the game for absolutely no reason. Like, when we don't have to, we will. It's just stupid. Anyway, like I said, I will pick the Lakers to win it because it's just kind of like me saying about this game to what I was saying about the New Orleans game. I think this should be a blowout, but at the same time, you just don't never know with the Lakers. Now moving on to our Saturday slate here, we got Orlando going into Minnesota to kick things off here on Prime Video. Well, I will be taking Minnesota to win this game because even though Orlando does have a really good defense, and that's true, I think Minnesota has the offense to get around that. And also Minnesota has a really good defense, and they're playing against one of the worst offenses in basketball. I'll take Minnesota. Next up, we got Brooklyn at Detroit. Holy shit. I'll take Detroit to win this game by 60. I mean, am I generous by saying that? Am I bold for saying that? Or am I putting this too much back on the Nets? Man, Detroit's gonna kick your ass like a punching bag. Next up, we have a tough one here. We got Philadelphia going to Atlanta, which I just have no idea what to do because I have no idea what to pick here. Atlanta at home is really good, but the Sixers away is I don't know. Like I said, I just think this one's gonna be a bloodbath. It could go either way. I'm tempted to take Philadelphia. I'll take them to win this game in the squeaker. Maybe Joel Embiid should be back in this game. If not, I'm really gonna regret this pick because Joel Embiid ain't playing. Probably Atlanta's gonna win this game, but I'll take the Sixers. Now we got the Clippers at Memphis. I think Kawhi Leonard's gonna beat them up here. I'll take the Clippers to win this game pretty comfortably, and I just don't think the Grizzlies have. Me personally, I just don't think the Grizzlies are gonna have an answer for Kawhi Leonard. I just don't think so. I think Kawhi Leonard might have like 33 some points in this game, maybe over that. I just don't think they're gonna have an answer for him. Next up, we have Utah at Milwaukee. I think I'm gonna take I'm rolling with the Bucks. I'm gonna trust the home team here. I'm gonna trust Giannis here to get it done here. Like I said, I think this one could be close than what people think because, like I said, Utah, they're hard fighters. Even though their team is terrible, but they're hard fighters. They do compete from play to play, whistle to whistle. But I just think that Giannis is just going to be too much here for the Bucks to cover it, for the Utah Jazz to cover it again with the Bucks. I'll take Milwaukee. It is Squeaker though. Next up, we have Golden State at OKC, and this game is on ESPN. No Steph, no win. Especially playing against a team like this. OKC, if you want to go to OKC, you're going to have a chance to beat the Thunder, you're going to need Stephen Curry playing. And that's just not what's happening here. OKC, minus Steph, should be able to whoop your asses pretty good, Golden State. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sunday slate. Anyway, here the first things first. Here on Sunday, we have a really good game here. We have Boston going into Cleveland, and this pick to me really depends on Donovan Mitchell's injury. Right now, I do expect Donovan Mitchell to be back in this game, but at the same time, you just don't never know. If he's not back, I'm taking Boston to win this game in a nail biter. But if Donovan Mitchell is playing in this game, then I'm going to take Cleveland to win this game. My first pick is Cleveland. Like I said, if you wanted me to stick with this pick, Donovan Mitchell has to be playing. And our other game here on ESPN, we have New York going into the Lakers, which should be another really good game here. I'll be completely honest with here. I don't want to admit it, but I feel like I have to admit it. I have to pick New York to win this game because I just think they're more balanced than the Lakers. I think the Lakers just been way too inconsistent, and I think the Knicks have been one of the more consistent teams in the NBA when it comes down to in clutch game situations where they play hard for 48 minutes, and that's just something that the Lakers don't do here. I just feel like I have to go with the Knicks. Now moving on, we got Detroit going into Miami. Like I said, I don't know about this one. I know Miami's been home basically all week, and I could definitely help them out here. But at the same time, like, you're playing against Detroit. Like Detroit is a really good damn ass team. I can't pick it. I'm picking Detroit here. I don't know if I can pick Miami to go out there and beat Detroit. I mean, even at home, I don't think they'll be able to get it done here. Give me the Pistons, and which should be a barn burner game. Now we got Dallas at Toronto. I mean, like I said, with no Cooper Flag, I have to pick Toronto to win. I don't know if I can pick Dallas. Dallas does not look like a good team without Cooper Flag. I mean, that's just reality. I mean, they have been on a big losing streak as of late. I think they lost with that. They're like 8 out of the last 10. I'm not going to trust a team like that to go into Toronto and play against a real comfortable Raptors team. Now we have Washington at the Pelicans. Man, the Pelicans do have a pretty easy schedule this week. I mean, but other besides the Lakers and some couple other teams, but what I meant to say is they have a lot of winnable games this week, and this is one of them that they will win because I do think they are better than Washington. They're at home. They should be able to take care of business here, right? I don't think they would lose, but at the same time, like you gotta think about it, right? Next up, we have Orlando at Milwaukee. Oh, yeah, I don't know how the Magic's defense are going to match up with Giannis here. I normally don't question things like that because you guys know how I tend about Orlando's defense. I think Orlando's defense is one of the best in the NBA. But I just don't know how they're going to do with Giannis specifically. I just don't know about that. But who am I going to pick to win this game, though? I think I'm going to take Milwaukee, though, just because they're at home. And I just think they have their offense that's found a little bit of a groove here. So if they continue to find that offensive groove and stay away from Orlando's aggressive defense, I think they should be able to win this game, especially with their offensive firepower up front, to be honest. I'll take the Bucks here, but I could be wrong. Now we have Houston at San Antonio, and you guys see that P right there? This P right here where my mouse is. This game is on Peacock exclusive. That's why I did that, and that's why I kind of edited everything out there for you guys. I know you can't see it because, like I said, Houston's wearing a black uniform, so you can't see that. But anyway, here, the Battle of Texas. I think this one's gonna be a really good game. And it should be Kevin Durant versus Wemby. Who the hell does not want to see this game? I think I'm gonna take the Spurs here because this is just one of those games I just have to pick the home team to win it. But I can see this one going either way. These are two good teams here going at it here. So, and good news for the Lakers, somebody here has to lose. But so I intend San Antonio to win this game, so I'll pick San Antonio. Next up, we got the Hornets at the Suns. Oh, no, this is another tough game here to pick. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's just another tough one here. I'm gonna rock with Charlotte. I think they find a way to get it done here, especially with no Dillon Brooks and especially with no Dillon Brooks and no Dillon Brooks, no Devin Booker. I think the Hornets should be able to find a way to get the job here, especially how well they've been playing as of late. Next we have Indy at Portland. I gotta go with the home team in this situation. I was originally going to go with whoever was home here. I mean, whoever's home, I was just going to rock with them and just pray that they find a way to win the game. But like I said, I don't have a reason to pick either team here, but like I said, just home team scenarios here, I guess. And last but not least, I think this is the last game of the week. I'm not sure, but I will double check before I head out of here. Anyway, here we have Chicago going into Sacramento, and this is definitely a winnable game for Sacramento. But like I said earlier, I do not trust Sacramento. I just don't do it. I know they've been winning games a little bit as of late, but I just don't trust them as a team. I'll take Chicago to win this game. Like I said, I don't really have a reason to pick anybody here. I think both teams could definitely lose the game, but I'll stick with the Bulls. And I do think, yep, that'll be it. Alright, so without further ado, guys, I really do appreciate your support. Make sure to hit the like and the subscribe button. Make sure you guys let me guys know your picks for NBA Week 20, and we'll be back here for NBA Week 21 next week. Alright, everybody. Peace out. Stay safe. This is BabyNation.com signing off here. Good to see you guys watching all the time. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. See you next time.